friends, neighbors, and of course the YouTube comment section. What is up, my dudes? So you guys asked for more road case content. Here we go. So check this out. I figured that you guys would probably like this. I just got done shooting a video for LM's YouTube page, and if you're not following LM, check us out. We're LM Cases 1985. Look at this monster. So here's the thing. A custom case company will build you whatever you want. This customer asked us to make them a drum kit case. So this is a drum kit case, or I should say this is a case that holds an entire drum kit and is designed to be a riser as well. So this customer is a portable church, which when the request first came in, I thought, this is kind of weird. But this is the second one of these we've built. When we built the first one in 2019, I put it up on our web store, which is lmcasesonline.com, shameless plug. And I was like, well, if we're building one, this can't be the first person that ever wants it, so maybe we'll build another one. And here we are in the year of our Lord, 2025. This is the second one that we've built. So this is actually kind of slick, the way that this works, if I must say so myself. So we basically made these feet out of 80/20. And they have these little adjustable, well, feet. I guess this is a leg or a riser, and this is a little foot that goes in there. And these basically just screw on. We've got this piece of UHMW on the side here to protect the little stud. The only thing that I guess I would probably do again if I had to is make this the female and the foot the male. But these legs just screw on. We cut the 80/20 pieces, and then we tapped them. So they just go on like this. And then there you go. You've got stage decking built in. So I'm going to set the camera down for a second, and Ben and I will drop the back end of this thing so that you guys can see it. So check that out. Ben donated his drum kit. So I'm a drummer, Ed is a drummer, and Ben is a drummer. So the three of us were doing paper, scissors, rocks as to who was going to bring a drum kit in. And Ben's like, mine's right by my door. I'm like, you win, and bring it in. So we've got Ben's kit in there just to make sure all of this works. The first time we built this, I was living in New York at the time, and we never put a drum kit in it, so I really had no idea, scale speaking, the way it works. It's way, way deep in our Instagram if you want to look at the original one we did in 2019. Shameless plug, check that out, LM Cases, or LM_cases. But this is actually pretty solid. So we built this whole thing out of carpet. So this is a piece of 3/4 inch Baltic that's wrapped in carpet. And if you'll notice, there is this little gap right in here, right where your throne and hi-hat stand is going to end up. So we have this little carpet-wrapped piece of foam that goes in here that makes it flat, which is pretty good. The only thing that's kind of a pain in the butt about this case is that these lids are monsters. So in LM world, we call this a G style, G as in golf. So anytime you have these miters like this that are multiple instances of tongue and groove interlocking together, there really isn't a good way to do this. The only way you can kind of sort of do it is if you have pieces of U-channel that aren't tongue and groove that interlock with this. But either way, it gets kind of grindy. So by default, there really isn't an awesome way to use these lids. As a matter of fact, the original design didn't have these 8 handles on the back. Ben and I started to shoot a promo video on this thing yesterday, and as soon as we took the lids off, it was like, ooh, this is not good. So we ended up cutting these handles in overnight. And then it's, ready for today. So we will pop one of these lids off, and you can see they're not light and they're not small. So you can see two short guys kind of struggle with this. So here you go. So basically all we did was move everything sort of forward and lower the cymbals down. I've seen touring people, especially with metal drummers that have really big kits that do festivals. They have those risers that are on casters, and they sort of have everything just on all the time, and they just wheel them in the back of a truck, which, I think if you're in summertime, it's probably not the worst thing in the world for it. But I mean, again, this case isn't designed to go on tour. That's not the intended purpose. This is, a portable church application that's going into a closet every day. And then, as far as that goes, this makes a lot of sense. It's like, if the church owns a drum kit, you need a place to store it. It's a bunch of different parts. It's like you're dealing with volunteers that kind of maybe know what they're doing, so keeping everything in one case. You can leave it relatively mic'd. Even, for a 4-piece kit or something like that, you can put clip mics on everything, 91 in the kick drum. You can just leave it good to go, just drop your cymbals and load it all up. Because, I mean, I've never attended a portable church before, but everything that I've ever talked to about customers is setup time is key. So anything you can do to save time, because, if you're going into a gym at 6 or 7 in the morning and you got to set it up for a 9 or an 11 o'clock service, you don't have a lot of time. So, anything like this is a time saver. So we'll pop the other lid off and show you what Ben's drums look like all set up on this thing. It's kind of crazy. I guess where's it going to go? Ready? So there you go. In about, a minute or two, you can have this thing relatively set up. And there's actually a bit of room. So Ben, what size is this kick drum? 22 by?
22 by, it's now 16.
Okay, so it's a 22 by 16 inch kick drum. You've got some room on the front. We haven't really moved anything. All we did was scoot this ride cymbal. We scooted this ride cymbal, the floor tom, the snare drum, the hi-hat stand, and the throne just up. But this is actually pretty cool. So for the sake of an experiment, we didn't lock any of the casters. This is how much it moves if I'm just shimmying around on it. So obviously the casters aren't locked, but it's enough. We haven't played anything on it yet, so I don't know what it feels like. So Ben's feeling self-conscious about his stance. But this does, I think the first kit that we did this for that I mentioned on Instagram, it was one rack tom and 2 floor toms, and they made it work on this. So not that I'm trying to plug our Instagram that much, but I am. Check us out on Instagram. And it definitely does. So I mean, this is pretty cool. It's huge. It's really heavy. It's one of those things that we've never really advertised it. We just built it once. And I was like, well, if we built it once, we should try to build it again. We have all the R&D time, the engineering time in it. So I put it on our web store, and somebody found it in the deep, dark recesses of lmcasesonline.com. Check the link in the description for the case. Shameless plug, shameless plug, shameless plug. But yeah, I just figured you guys would think it's interesting. It is pretty cool, though. I mean, it's got a nice little riser. It's got 4-inch 4x2 Coulson Encore casters on there. I mean, this is pretty heavy duty rig, but is it wobbling?
What?
Is it wobbling?
No. I mean, it is a little bit, but I don't think I noticed it.
Nothing different than a normal riser?
No. If I do something like in time with it, I can get it to move around a little bit. It's not bad. It's really not bad.
All right, Ben says it's not bad. So, all right, thanks for watching. I know you guys are clamoring for more Roadcase content, right? It's seriously though, if you guys do want to see anything that's Roadcase related, I'm happy to show you. So anyway, catch you guys on the next one. Hope you guys all have happy holidays if I don't talk to you between now and then. Catch you on the next one. Bye.